Okay, welcome to my totem build. Let's just jump into a map and start off and showing you what's cool about it. Here is a elevated, corrupted, irradiated map boss. I only have tier 15 maps right now because my corruption's been unlucky. As you can see, this one's dangerous. It's got enfeeble, crit damage bonuses, extra damage. Let's just throw that in there. There you go. So what makes this special? It's super tanky. It does decent damage, but it is super tanky. And once you get to level 90 plus in this game, you will realize that being tanky is very important. You don't want to die. You'll lose the vast majority of your experience. And carrying around omens that, where the heck is everything? That prevent experience loss is expensive. Very expensive. So I only have a couple of omens that just recharge all my energy, but I just want to show you how tanky this is. You can see I've got energy shield and light, and we'll talk about that in a second. I can even bump this up to keep my energy like really going. But you can see I've got a whole screen of people attacking me right now, and well, they're basically doing nothing. Well, let's go to the boss and we'll really showcase the build. So, things you need to know about this build. What's important? Well, the levels of your skill are important. So, we're using Shockwave Totem. The more levels you have of Shockwave Totem, the more damage you're going to do. Your weapon itself doesn't matter. What matters is that you have plus melee skills on it, because the Shockwave Totem doesn't use your weapon at all. It only uses this plus skills. It does use stun effect on your weapon, but that's it. What else matters? Armor rating is good, but a lot of people have tested that armor doesn't really matter that much in the game. It matters some, so don't get me wrong. But it's not going to protect you against big hits. What's important against big hits is your life. And as a life-based build, you start to realize that there's kind of an upper limit to how much life you can get. And so, I'll go over in a minute, that's where a friend of mine came up with this idea of using the helmet that converts life to energy shield. Okay, so I haven't tried this boss out. I have a feeling it's gonna be easy, but I'm not gonna attack him. This guy, in fact, is very dangerous, I think, because he makes these spikes explode. But while we're doing this, we'll go over the build. So here you've got Atziri's Disdain, and this gives me tons of life regeneration, and it gives me a massive amount of ES for the very low investment. And what this does is gives me basically a huge life pool, because instead of worrying about ES recharge rate, etc., we take Zealot's Oath, so that my life regen applies to my ES. And what's beautiful is I've got, with nothing up, 692 life regen. If I pop my Orb of Storms, I get 849, and if I attack, it goes up to 1,000. I don't want to do that because I'll hurt the boss, and well, actually, let's just go ahead. I'm not going to kill him in one hit. Okay, actually, if I'm swarmed, I go up to 1,000, sorry, because on my amulet I have In the Thick of It, which gives me 2.5% life regen when I have 5 enemies near me. What else makes this build tanky is this shield. It gives me lucky block, and because my block is capped, well, I think I'm 1 short of being capped. Yes, 2 short of being capped, 62 out of 64. But this is an effective block rate of like, I don't know, 85%. It's really, really high. So I don't get hit very often. And when I do get hit, I regenerate all that life immediately. Most of the rest of the gear is just focused on like my boots or movement speeds, resists. I kind of wish I would have put percent life in there, but I don't mind having the crit damage reduction. It's not bad. My body armor, high armor. Oh look, I took a big hit there, but I've already recovered. Although actually I think it stole one of my omens in rescue, so that sucks. I'll see if this guy can kill me. I don't mind losing the experience. It's worth it for the video. I get physical damage reduction, life regeneration, lots of stats. This guy's huge for my regeneration rate. Belt, a little extra armor, life, resist, gloves, melee skill levels. Better gloves though would have, instead of getting my corruption that I got on this, better gloves would have 68% attack speed, because honestly that's better. Like I said, weapon, just focused on plus all skills. Rings are resist and life. Same here, resist and life. Now stats are just as important because you need enough stats to be able to use... Oh, look, took a big one there. Maybe he'll get me. No. No luck. Let's look at the skill tree really quick. Sorry to pause the fight. What's special about this build is our ascendancy. So a lot of our damage actually comes from our totems breaking armor. They'll break the armor almost instantly, and then you can break below 0. So, hold on, let's see if you can battle this. Oh, that's so nice. That's amazingly good. Anyways, okay, so why are we so tanky? Well, we have this 40% base chance to block, and that's why we can easily use this, because normally your block chance is only 26%, but this 40% base chance to block automatically turns this to a block chance of 40%. So now we can use this amazing shield with lucky block without as high of an investment as it would really require. Also we use Turtle Charm, which does increase the amount of investment we have to do, but now we can block everything. AoEs, spells, literally anything, and we don't have to stay in place and raise our shield. We can just block everything. So those two nodes make us extremely tanky, and these two nodes give us extreme DPS. The skill tree is focused on regeneration and block, with some attack speed and attack damage. Regeneration, attack speed, regeneration, crit defense, so 20% less crit damage and 200% armor against crits. Block damage. Strength you need for your weapons, block, extra totem, AoE, extra armor. This is actually huge for your damage because it gives you technically aren't attacking when you summon your totems, so you have a huge boost to attack speed and damage. More life regeneration, you just want tons of regeneration. Giant's Blood lets you wield 2 weapons. I suggest you watch my previous video, actually, if you want more in-depth on what these things are doing. Resolute Technique, because we have horrible... Oh no, what did he do to this thing? Oh, that's the saddest thing. Totem Summon Speed... Blood Magic, because guess what? This costs freaking 600 life. You're not going to be able to afford that mana. You're just going to be out of mana so fast. Even with Blood Magic, it's quite a cost. But that's why our regen's so high. Like I said, we can get up to like 1,000 regen. Block chance, damage reduction. I hate that I have to take this because it reduces my global defenses, but it gives so much block chance, it's just worth it. And then Zealot's Oath, which helps. That has the synergy between this crown and Zealot's Oath. It gives me tons of ES. Skills. I wish I could use this. Maybe someday I will. Cast on block, because this shield gives it. But it's mostly about Shockwave Totem, which, you know, it's physical damage, attack speed, and I use this +1 physical skills. There are other options out there. We'll get into that later. I'm not even gonna get into that. You can pick and choose with your last one. Jagged Ground works, but I actually am using this paired with Ancestral Warrior Totem, which uses Earthquake to create jagged grounds, which the Shockwave Totems then explode. Long story short, it is a nice little damage boost. I use Orvis Storms as a font, so it stays around longer and gives me Font of Blood and Font of Rage, which gives me massive damage boosts, and then AoE. I had to get a lot of int to get Blasphemy working, and you have to use a low-level gem to be able to use it easily. But the beautiful thing about Blasphemy is now I can use Enfeeble and keep people weak, and that is good for survival. Give it AoE, and what else was it? Actually, I don't even think that works. I think about it, I should replace that. And Vitality, of course, for more regen. Shield Charge is a great way to move around. It's mostly about using it twice and faster. And I'll show that in a little bit. And then Berserk, because we use Rage. Rage is 30% of our damage. It is a huge, huge damage boost. And then this gives it even more, so it becomes more like almost half of our damage. I have Precision on there. It does literally nothing. I should take it off because I have Resolute Technique. And then that's about it. So I'll show you the boss now and how we do against the boss. Where is he? Stop moving. Alright, I'll show you the boss when he stops moving.
Destruction!
This guy sucks because he moves around and around and around. There he is. Alright, you can see his armor is broken, and he's about to be stunned. Ooh, he hit me really hard there. Finally hit me hard. Maybe he's angry. You basically just cast your font and then face tank the boss. This guy's a super annoying boss because he just moves around and around and around and around. Oh, I can die. Well, there you go. Well, that was the test. Apparently, a big enough hit will do the job. That is the end of that video.